So Dave, next up we travel to Aston Villa this weekend. How are the girls prepared going into this one?
Same as most weeks, to be honest. Work hard during the week. Probably had to bounce back a little bit from the last weekend's performance, which we hopefully got out of our system on Tuesday night. Tonight will be a little bit more about focusing particularly on what we want to do this weekend. But yeah, same as always, we're looking to go out and win the game and put on a good performance.
Is there anything in particular you've tried to prepare the girls after last weekend's defeat?
Not so much to do with last weekend, other than we picked up one or two little injuries last weekend, so we may have one or two changes just in personnel, but also maybe formation this week. So yeah, we don't have a huge amount of time during the week, so it's trying to keep things as simple and as understandable as possible.
So obviously the girls, they're all part-time footballers. They're only in training Tuesday and Thursday. What are some of the difficulties from a coaching viewpoint?
Obviously, you'd always like more time with players, and you'd prefer it to be at a more reasonable time as well. It's never easy finishing at sort of 9:15, 9:30, because obviously at that time of night players are keen to get away, and it would be better if we had a bit more time and we could sit down and look at a bit more video, and we try and use different ways of looking at that. But yeah, the more time you get, I think even full-time coaches would be, they'd always like a little bit more time to prepare and do things, but it is what it is, so we have to make the best of it. The players, although they're in training twice a week, they're also, they do extra work themselves outside, and they've got a little social group where they post what they do and try and motivate each other to do an extra session at least during the week. So yeah, we just try and look at different ways of doing things rather than get in physically together all the time.
It's a 3G pitch. Obviously the Bees train on a 3G pitch. Does this provide any advantage going into it?
No, not really. 3G pitches can vary dramatically. Even within the league, there's 2 or 3 pitches, and they're as opposite as they can be. Some are rock hard and very little rubber crumb. Others are nice and soft and a bit more usable. So I'm sure Villa train on a 3G as well. So a pitch is a pitch. Both teams have to play on it, and we just need to we need to put in a performance that we can be proud of. And I think last weekend, the first half, or certainly parts of the first half, weren't that. So regardless of pitch, regardless of how often we're in and training, we just have to turn up at that first whistle and play for 94, 95, 96 minutes, whatever it is, and as I say, put in a performance that we can all be individually proud of.
It looks like Aoife Hurley is going to line up for Aston Villa this weekend, of course on loan from the Bees. Do you have to change your preparation slightly for this, having someone who knows about the way?
No, not really. Unfortunately, Aoife's not on loan. We had hoped to get her on loan, but it didn't work to loan her out, but it didn't quite work that way, so we had to transfer her. Obviously, Aoife knows a little bit about us, but to be honest, any good coach would get to know as much about us by doing a little bit of research and watching the odd game. So, we don't really change things in terms of that. There are things that we know about Villa that we will look to exploit, and obviously at the same time be wary of. But I'm sure every coach and every team is doing that. So, no, it's just another game. It's another step in our development and our improvement, and it'll be another game we're looking to put in a performance in.